So here's a 2024 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. This is the premium trim for GMC. And in this video, we're going to discuss some of the updates that they made. And there's one that I'm super happy that they did. Special shout out to Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. Frank is my salesperson, and if you are in the market, be sure to ask for him. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker, and I'll show you guys around the exterior and interior, and then I'll show you guys the payload. Now at the very top are all the specs and colors. And it's white frost tricoat, which is that pearl paint, alpine umber is the interior. Then here's the powertrain. And be sure to pause it for some of the standard equipment. And then the base price starts down below here at $82,500. Now there's not a lot of options, but they are pretty expensive, like the Super Cruise and white frost tricoats right there. This one does have that body color, wheel arches, and a few other things down below here. Destination comes in at $1,895 with a total price of $89,110. And then here's the Philly comment numbers on the side here. I think that GMC does have one of the best designed have-tons, especially in the premium trim levels. And this is what comes standard, so you don't have to add a night edition package or anything like that. This is it right here. I love this Vader chrome on the front, and they do finish the GMC in that Vader chrome too. Really nice treatment. Forward facing camera with the sprayer right there. Now they do give you this big chrome trim piece down below. They probably should have just finished it all in that Vader, but full LED headlights, turn signals, and accent lights, including the fog lights down below. And you do have a functional vent right there. Parking sensors on the front end, tow hooks. And then off to the side, you have this big face 22-inch wheel wrapped in a Bridgestone Alenza tire, 275, 50, 22. Independent front suspension. And I do love the 4-piston brake design too. If you were to paint those black or white, they would look pretty good on this truck. But as far as the wheels go, I will admit these are pretty overstyled. They're not bad, but there are 2 new wheel options available that you might like better. And they did go with the painted wheel arches on this truck. I like that so much better. It really does complete the look of the Ultimate. This badge has like that Vader chrome around it too. It says Ultimate 6.2. A lot of chrome though on the side of the truck right here. And that's kind of what I was saying earlier. I think that GM should just eliminate all the bright chrome and go with that Vader, because I think it would just look so much nicer on this build. Power deployable running boards down below. And one thing I like about these running boards, I never really show this because it's pretty much from 2019, but you do have a button on the back of it, and it will allow you to step into the bed or step up and to get something out of the bed. 24-gallon fuel tank, and this engine does take premium, which is the 6.2 liter. They do provide 3 leafs in the main pack for the suspension out back. And this one does have the painted bumpers front and rear, as you saw. They did restyle this too, by the way. I noticed this on a Chevy that they restyled it, and it does have a nicer appearance in my opinion too. Full LED taillights. And they finished the GMC in that Vader chrome there. It says Denali, Sierra on the side here. Parking sensors, and they do give you the chrome tips. Now, I will go over this in a second, but one of the coolest updates for 2024 is you have a dual stage exhaust now. Sport mode has always been like nothing, and now it actually does give something to you that people will actually like and enjoy. Class 4 receiving hitch, you have a 7-pin and 2 camera inputs for your trailer, and this one does have the multi-pro tailgate, which acts as a step. Kicker sound system's already built in with the LED lights right here. And then this is the handle that you would use to step in. I actually have this exact bed cover, and this basically flips up twice. Not my favorite, but you know, gets the job done. I think for a half-ton it might be better because most people don't use their beds. 400 watts of power. You have those bed lights there, and then 2 cameras, one for the rearview mirror and then one for the bed view. Spray and bed liner. And as you guys saw, most things come pretty much standard on the Denali Ultimate. And this side, you can kind of see the paint in the shade a little bit. Here's the 6.2 liter V8. This engine hasn't had much changes over the course of time. It does still use active fuel management, which I wish they would just delete off of this truck. However, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, very impressive power. This truck also has a 10-speed transmission made it behind it, 323 axle ratio out back. And from my testing in the past, this engine gets up and goes. I've only really tested them in the Chevy Silverados, but it's the same exact engine. But let's go ahead and discuss one of the changes that I mentioned earlier. Now in the past, I always kind of breeze over the drive modes. So right now the truck is in a normal mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set the camera out back so you guys can just kind of hear what it sounds like. So for the most part, that's pretty much what the truck would sound like. But I'm going to go ahead and put the camera out back. I'm going to put it in sport mode to see if you guys can hear the change in the note of the exhaust. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was changing it between sport and normal, and you can clearly tell a difference in how the exhaust sounds. But the reason why you buy this truck is because you want this interior. And let me turn the truck around so you guys can see it a little bit better. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So this leather is really, really nice. Now the only negative to the Ultimate is this is the only interior color. So if you don't like saddle, well, you're probably not going to like this truck because this is the only color you can get. But I love it. I think it's probably one of the best interiors on the market today. 16-way seats. You have massagers, and you have a shoulder support up top here. You have full range for your lumbar. And I mean, 12-speaker Bose sound system. And they do finish this area here in leather too. But yeah, I love the stitching. The badging right there. And then here's some of the controls. Power folding mirrors. Seat memory right there. And then check out the seats too. You have that white piping, more of that stitching, perforated leather. This is real leather seats too, by the way. Power steering column. You can't even get that in the HDs, but you have your electronic parking brake. You're pretty much seeing the drive modes, but your full drive system's right there. And then here's all your lighting. Heads-up display. It's a 15-inch display up there, and they do wrap these in leather. And also you have suede headliner. You can see a little bit better there. They wrap the A pillar and the B pillars. However, they don't do the C pillars. Yeah, you have large displays. This is a 13.4 and 12.3. This one does have the Super Cruise too. Let's go ahead and close the door, see how it sounds. Yeah, it has a nice sound. And paddle shifters. Great design here on the steering wheel. White stitching. All of this is finished in leather. And then here's the center armrest right here. The leather does feel good too in this truck. I think this is probably one of the best on the market. Because with Ram, I like their blue and like their cream color interior. A lot of people don't like that, but that's like my favorite. But I think that this is probably a nice in-between of those two interiors. I think most people would pick this one. I won't take too much time going through the screens, but you do have a lot of different things that you could see inside of this one. It's fully customizable, and they do give you a decent amount of information in the screen. I would like to see more, like your transmission temp, your engine oil temp, and your coolant all in one spot. That's just not something that they offer on this truck. However, they do offer that on the Canyon, so hopefully maybe sometime next year they can maybe add that too. This screen is fully customizable. You can go full screen. Home button's your friend because it takes you back to this list here. Here's your 360 camera view. You can turn off 360 and go full screen. And as I said earlier, you do have a bed view camera. Also, this camera view for the rear view mirror. They were first to market with that too. LED lights for the interior. Home links up here. And this is how you control that sunroof. Still no panoramic sunroof, but no big deal there. You have dual climate control, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel buttons right here. And then here are all your controls down below. So you have that lane keep assist, parking sensors, auto stop start. You can drop the tailgate from inside the truck, caution lights, traction control, downhill assist. You can drop all 4 windows down inside the truck. And this is where the trailer brake is. And your wireless charger. 2 USBs. You have a power plug right here. And this tray does come out for deeper storage. And you do have a light inside of there. Lastly, 2 USBs right there. This is the Type A and Type C. Now as far as the passenger side goes, they do still add this nice leather treatment down below. And then check out this huge wood trim piece. And even right there, great design. And all this is wrapped in leather too. Storage above. I always call this Velcro, by the way, because it has that feel to it. I want to call it velvet because that's what it really feels like. Some people say that this is felt, but it's not that. Felt doesn't have this nice of a feel to it. And down below here, here's your glove box. They do have a sticker in here that says you can't use this truck with a truck bed camper. And then here are the seats. You still have the massagers, 16-way, and out back, they do add these speakers up top. And they do not add the leather down here, by the way, so they do cheap out a little bit back here. But these do have a different appearance out back compared to the regular seats in like the Denali and the AT4. Seat back pockets with more storage and a little bit more below the seat. Outboard heated seats. Ram does give you ventilated seats out back too, by the way. 2 USBs, cup holders, and just marvel at that suede headliner. Power sliding glass, and these headrests do tilt down for more visibility out the back glass, and some more cup holders. Now as far as the numbers go, the gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,800 pounds. The rear is the same. Gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,100 pounds. And all in, the payload capacity is going to be 1,378 pounds. 8,900 pound towing capacity with a 6.2 liter. And they're saying for Gooseneck, 6,600 pounds. In other words, don't tow a Gooseneck with the trucks, what they're basically saying. And then 15,000 pound gross combined weight rating. So here's a yellow sticker. It shows you the PSI for the tires. And it shows you that payload there again. But I hope you guys liked the video. Again, special shout out to Jerry Seiner, Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah. If you are in the market, be sure to ask for Frank. Later.